Cowboy throwdown here in H-Town, where we're stronger than a hurricane.
What an outstanding competition.
From miles around, the best of the best come here to put their tough to the test. Give it all for gold or go home broke.
Holy smokes, that's a lot of horse.
Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky.
Look at that.
Ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to
A hard-running steer, but he handles it.
Welcome to the show. That's perfect.
And here we go.
Hello, Houston!
Oh, you know, over 30 years and it still gives me goosebumps. As we said earlier, Bobby T is healing up from some issues, but look, he's getting better every day. Andy and I talked to him today, and he is stirred crazy. He could not wait to get back behind the microphone. He just probably won't make it back to Houston this year. Nonetheless, we've got a wild card that we want to talk about. There's a terminology that a lot of people, if you're not a rodeo fan, you wouldn't know what it is. It's called luck of the draw. Think of playing 7-card stud. How important is the draw? Well, we could try to make all of our bareback horses even, all of our steers and the steer roping, or the team roping and the steer wrestling even, but it's just not the same. So some of these guys, all their talent being equal, it's going to be who drew the best horse, who drew the best calf, and the luck of the draw is really going to be an important part of who walks out of here as a winner tonight.
Well, you talked about talent in the breakaway roping. The talent is impeccable. You got 4 world champions, but I look for Martha Angeloni to try and do what she did in her Super Series. Right here, she is going to toss one out and be 2.9. Now, the question is, with one person getting out of the wild card out of 6, is 2.9 going to be fast enough? I don't know, Boyd.
Yeah, that would be a good guess. I'm going to bet it may not, but one thing about Martha, she knows how to sling it. I'll tell you something else. We've got a lady on our team that knows all about the dirt that's going on around the bucket chutes, so let's go down to Janie Johnson.
Well, Boyd, here's the thing a man ought to know. Lainey Wilson is here tonight and ready to take the star stage after the rodeo. I'm going to be set up here behind the buck and shoots, and you guys talk about the wild card. It's going to take a contestant who can stay cool, calm, and collected. And joining me now is Ben Anderson, who is just that. And I know the wild card's all about the last man standing, but can you give us a preview of what we can expect in the Bronx tonight?
Well, you see, Jenny, them wild cards are unexpected, right? You don't know what's going to happen, so you just got to come riding and hit fire when you can, and it's going to be cool. I mean, got big broncs, and we got cowboys that can do it, so we're going to see it.
Have fun. Good luck, Ben.
Thanks.
Ben Anderson, he's got the horse Boo Willie, and he is a guy to watch.
Yes, he is. But right now, we're going to watch the tie-down ropers duke it out in a winner-take-all showdown presented by Boot Barn. That's right. You gotta be the fastest. And Riley Webb is the defending champion of Rodeo Houston and the 3-time and reigning champion of the world. He's the measuring stick. Here are your finalists. All of them didn't want to be here, but all of them are glad it's here because it gives them one more shot. We're going to close it with 2 world champions. That ought to make the early guys nervous.
First guy to go is Tom Kraus. Grew up in Missouri, a ranching kid. Qualified to the National Finals Rodeo last year. Coming off San Antonio where he won about 10 grand. He's won 5,000 here at Rodeo Houston. Gonna try to push that barrier line. Calf standing at the end of the rope. Gather them up.
Yeah, nope.
Bad news.
Broke the barrier, and you're going to see a lot of that probably in the early competitors in the timed events. Look, when you know Haven Medjed and Tough Cooper are the last 2 guys to go, you got to hope to be a little bit lucky. And so you're going to press that barrier line, hoping you can stretch it. He didn't, so that 7-5 turns into a 17-5 for a 10-second penalty. On the good-looking red roan rides in the reigning Rookie of the Year, Tyler Calhoun of Richards, Texas. He got out of Super Series number 3, but he couldn't get out of his semifinal, so he ended up here in his sophomore season.
Love that horse he rides, Boyd. That red roan standing at attention. Ears perked forward, leaves off of his left hand. Great catch. Got to get the calf up. That is costing him time. Strong flank, finish it out. 9-4.
He was clean at the line, so he got out like a bandit. I mean, he laid that barrier back, but to Andy's point, once you get down here, if the calf is down, it's going to take too many precious seconds. My bet is 9-4 won't win it.
No.
So we're going to go to Bo Pickett next, and we asked him this question. Bo, how do you stay calm in a wild card round?
I try to breathe and then just imagine I'm in the practice pen, but it's hard to do. I mean, you're sitting with your thoughts for a long time, so it can be challenging.
Breathing is important.
I think it's mandatory if you want to survive.
Yeah. Caldwell, Idaho, the winner of Super Series number 2. He's currently number 10 in the world. Won second at San Antone, where he tied a calf in 7-4. Now, that's a smaller arena. If he did that here in Houston, he would tie the arena record.
So he got the guitar. Everybody wants to win a Super Series and get the guitar, but that's not the biggest reason to be here. The biggest reason is Saturday's payout. Oh, he had to let that slack loose and let it float onto that calf. Clock's at 7, 8, 9, 4, which would put us in a tiebreaker situation if that 9-4 stands. And I believe Bo would win that.
I believe you're right, because he had more money won coming in. Now that the tie becomes official, he is in the driver's seat. Bo Pickett is now number 1.
So everybody else has to be 9-4 or faster, okay, to win the round. That's pretty obvious with 9.4 on the board. But here's what's interesting to me. You got this young, skinny kid out of New Mexico who has 2 world champions that are going to go behind him. So it's not the 9-4 he's worried about. It's the Haven Midget and Tough Cooper. How fast could they be? So my bet is this guy's going for 8, and he'll take a rap and a hooey. He'll gamble on his tie.
I agree, Boyd. I think he has to. Vegas Tatum won 3,500 in our 3rd Super Series. He's looking to make his first National Finals rodeo. The winner of the Turquoise Circuit Finals. Won the Parada del Sol in Scottsdale back in March, or earlier this month. He was close to the barrier line, and I think he was a little too close. I know. I was excited too, friends, but he broke the barrier. That's one of our 4 calls that we are looking at to be confirmed via video replay, and you can see it right there. His horse crosses the line before the calf breaks it. So a 7-6 becomes 17-6.
He's going home to New Mexico, folks, but don't let that 20-year-old leave this arena without feeling the presence of Houston, Texas. Thank you for that. All right, Mr. Haven, you've been in this spot before. 2019 champion of the world, 2-time NFR champion. He's married to a world champion breakaway roper he's from Miles City, Montana. Right now, it's 9-4. That's step 1. And anything faster than that puts pressure on Tough Cooper. Nice. Left him standing, that's good too. Look out, Haven. 1, 2, yeah! So he did both. He's not only going to upset the apple cart and take the lead by over a second, he's going to put pressure on Tough Cooper. But I might point this out, Andy, as we watch Haven's replay. I went back and looked at the results from last year. Tough Cooper won wild card number 1 last year with guess what time?
8-2?
8-4.
Oh.
So
well, he's going to have to be faster then.
Yeah, but he did win this first wild card a year ago.
Okay.
with a time of 8.4, but now we've raised the bar by 1/10 of a second.
Well, speaking of 1/10 of a second, that's how close Tough was to qualifying to our championship out of the semifinals. But he's here in the wild card, and as you just mentioned, he needs to be 8.2. Calf takes a step to the right. That is in his wheelhouse. See if we can do it. Tough can! 8.1. And there you see Haven can do nothing but watch as the time gets beat by the 4-time world champ. Tough Cooper is moving on.
Well, that calf tried that tie too. Watch. It's a hitch, half hit. There it is right there. 1 wrap and a half hitch. And that calf was straining on that tie, but we saved the best for last for the 2nd year in a row. Tough Cooper uses the wild card to get back to the championship round. The 4-time champion of the world will be roping here on Saturday.
Put that pig and string in your mouth, because after you nod, the chase is on. Rope 'em with a long one. Gather and tie 'em with a short one. Looking back to see how it all shook out. If it didn't go as planned, you give a little smirk, a sigh of disgust, and a tip of the hat to a man who gets out of the wild card for the 2nd year in a row.
And only one man smiles in a wild card. The rest are grimaces. Tough Cooper gets the grin. Everybody else gets the grimace. And Boot Barn brought you the tie-down roping.
Welcome to the Rodeo Houston Super Series Advancement Rounds. Here's how it works. We started with 360 athletes, 40 in each event, who competed in 5 different Super Series. The 4 highest money winners of each Super Series advanced into one of our 2 semifinals. There are 10 athletes in each of the semifinals. We will take the top 4 from semifinal 1 and semifinal 2 to advance them to the championship. The 6 that do not advance from each semifinal round get another chance. They'll go into one of our 2 wild card competitions. The winner from each wild card will advance to the championship for a shot at the $65,000. And that's how the Rodeo Houston Advancement Rounds work.
Stick around. Bareback riding is coming up next in H-Town.
Hey folks, if you're 21 or older, pledge to rodeo responsibly as the Miller Lite designated driver. Scan the QR code and receive a complimentary fountain drink or bottle of water. Responsibility has its rewards. Always plan for a safe ride home.
Thanks to Cavender's Boot City for sponsoring our hardworking arena crew. They're down in the dirt and on the chutes, making it all work behind the scenes.
Hey, remember, even if you don't make it inside NRG in our final weekend, you can catch us at home on Space City Home Network, the Cowboy channel, or Telemundo. And you'll hear these guys, Luis and Enrique.
Hola Boyd, hola Andy, saludos amigos, gracias por acompañarnos. Invitamos que descarguen su aplicación de Telemundo, Texas, también en Rodeo Houston. Recuerden, encuentra toda la acción en español, Luis.
Gentlemen, please download the Telemundo, Texas. Boyd and Andy, we're going to be returning with one of the words that you loved. And now for today's phrase of the day, carreras de carretas, chuck wagon races. Can you pronounce that R? Carrera?
Yeah, I'll let Andy do that.
Cerveza.
Yeah, I can definitely do cerveza.
There you go.
I know just enough Spanish to get slapped, so I'm trying to stay away from it if I can.
There we go.
Thank you, Luis and Enrique. I love popsicles. Oh, geez, to you. Bareback bronc riding wild card brought to you by Chevron. Okay, 1 year ago, Rocker Steiner won it. He's already made it to our championship finals. He's waiting around for Saturday to get here. Start with a world champion, Jess Pope. Go to another world champion, Clayton Bigelow. End with a veteran in Tanner Oss. This is going to be a no-holds-barred dogfight.
First man to go, Jess Pope of Waverly, Kansas. Won Rodeo Houston back in 2022, the same year He won his gold buckle. He's matched up with Survey Championship Rodeo's Make Your Move. This horse bucked off Clay Jorgensen here a year ago.
Yeah, these are not user-friendlies. There you go, Jess Pope. Good job. When you're the first guy to go, you want to put pressure on everybody else. And here's what I want you to watch. Doesn't his head stay right even with the mane of that horse? I mean, he is looking straight down the mane of that horse for the full 8 seconds, setting his feet at the front, dragging him to the wagon. His job was to put the pressure on, and I think he did. Let's see what the judges think. That's the most important thing. Oh, boy, did he ever. 88 points for the 22 champion of Houston and the world.
Man, that mustache looks better when you smile, Jess. But here's another world champion, Clayton Bigelow, Clements, California. He's had this horse bucking night from the Calgary Stampede twice. He was 82 in Canby, 84 here a year ago. But right now, based on money won, he's got to be more than 88. He's got to be at least 88 and a half if he wants to try to get north of Jess Pope. Keep going, Clayton. Strong bay horse underneath him. And as Boyd pointed out, all these horses are either going to have a trick or they're just going to be really hard to ride.
Yeah, this dude's got all of the above. He's got swoops. He's got kick and power. He's got drop. And it'll match last year's score, 84 points. So he's consistent. Now, here's what's interesting. 88's in the lead, and the last time Waylon Bourgeois had this horse, he was 88 points in the Calgary Stampede. You're about to watch a Church Point, Louisiana cowboy, 5'8", 170 pounds, comes from a family of cowboys. His first NFR, he won 131 grand doing this. 8 seconds a night. But you got to be confident, don't you, Andy? If you've had this horse and you've had the number you need to have in order to advance.
Absolutely, and he would win the tiebreaker as well.
He'd win the tiebreaker. Yes, he would. He got the guitar in Super Series 5. He won his Super Series. Now here he is in the wild card. How'd that happen?
There's the nod. See if match number 2 can prove to be fruitful. Sorrel horse ducking back and forth, finishing on the right. And as Jess Pope looks on there in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, pulls the tape off his arm, all he can do is wait for that judge's decision.
Well, they're going to make it hard. He's making it hard on the judges, that's for sure. Bourgeois gave the judges something to look at, no doubt about it. But he's 1 point shy, 87 points, and Jess Pope holds on to that top spot.
Well, for the third Cowboy in a row, we have a rematch. Clay Jorgensen of Watford City, North Dakota, has a national finals bucking horse that usually goes in the saddle bronc riding called Enough Cherry from the Calgary Stampede. Jorgensen was on this horse in San Antonio just 3 weeks ago and was 83. Tiebreakers and everything all in, if he's 88, he would advance. Minion Survey just told him, go get the money. We need 5 more points than what you had the last trip, Clay. He has given all the effort he has.
Oh! And he's down and out. And that's why it is so important to have what we have here. Our athletes receive incredible medical care thanks to the Houston Methodist and the Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine team. These healthcare professionals are under the supervision of one of our emergency medical physicians. We don't just have EMTs, folks. We don't just have paramedics. We have emergency medical physicians. They're going to carefully evaluate Clay before they move him. Oh, look at that. He wants up. Is that Cowboy tough enough for you? How tough is that, Houston? That's Cowboy tough. Woo, he's seeing birdies, though, I'll bet you that. Now, remember when I started the show talking about the draw? I think every Cowboy here would have loved to have had this horse called Born Fearless. Why? Jess Pope was 90 in Kennewick. Cade Saunier was 89 in Pinoca. So who drew this horse, Born Fearless, from the Calgary Stampede? The youngest guy here, 21-year-old Jason Wilson. He won his first round of his Super Series. The very first night in Rodeo Houston, he ended up being a winner. Now he's got the best horse on him in the wild card. Over the net. Can't do that. Wow. If they don't mark that horse 47 or 48, I want you to watch two things. First of all, you hang on with your feet. You just don't spur with your feet. So when his right leg goes over the neck, there goes his ability to hang on. The second thing I want you to watch is how high that horse kicks. You see how high those feet go to the top of this building? The 21-year-old just got tossed in a way he's not going to forget.
Thank God he's 21, because when he's 41, he'll feel that. No score for Wilson. Now, Jorgensen had an 84.5, and we got a score correction for Bourgeois. He was 82. But it all comes down to Tanner Oss, the number 23 man in the world, an 8-time NFR qualifier, he has to be 88, and he would win the tiebreaker against Jess Pope. He's got a 7-year-old mare out of the Hall of Famer Graded Coconut called Get Across Nelly. What can he do on the mare? Staying close to the bucket chutes. Oss is going to finish it. But I don't know if he did enough, Boyd.
Well, listen, this horse, we're going to use the term stacks up. All right, well, think of a stack of pancakes. At about the third or fourth jump, this horse stops moving forward. And he just kind of stacks up in one spot. Just jumping and kicking in one spot right there. We call that stacking up, but Tanner needed a little more use of his feet, 76 points. That will not catch Jess Pope, and it appears the 2022 champ getting the high fives is going to have a chance to win his second Rodeo Houston come Saturday. How about it for your wild card champion?
As you get ready to battle it out, you pack your hand in that bareback rigging, trying to stay in the middle of the back of the horse, exhibiting control as some of the toughest bucking stock on planet Earth battles it out with you. Sometimes you win, sometimes you get turned inside out and land on the back of your head.
Everybody wants to be a cowboy until it's time to do cowboy stuff. Woo, yeah. That's the smile of a winner right there, folks. And Jess Pope, the 2022 Houston champ and world champ, has punched his ticket to Saturday. Thank you to our friends at Chevron for bringing us the bareback ride.
Pair them up, team roping. As the ropers come in, they will be next.
Thank you to Houston Methodist, the official healthcare providers for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, and supporters of Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine Team, caring for our rodeo athletes.
Captions are available on your mobile device at rodeohouston.com/captions. We'll make it easy for you. Just point your camera at the QR code on the center screens, and it will take you directly to our closed caption mobile app. Speaking of the video screens, the Carnival Cruise Line Cowboy Cam is bringing out the Wild West in you. Let's see who's looking good, Janie.
I love to see it. Having fun. They threw those sunglasses on when she got to that cruise ship. Looking good.
Hey, we got a brand new bull rider. He's got his gloves on and a cowboy hat to boot. I like it.
Who else is out there? Okay, we've got a cool cowboy hat, and it looks extra good on the back of that cruise ship. Love the cowgirl get up, having fun.
How'd you know that was the back of the cruise ship? She's breaking a wild bronc. Flaxen mane and tail, glasses and everything. She can do it.
And a big yeehaw. I love that big smile on the left, and it translates over to the cruise ship. Hey, we're happy to see you having fun out there.
Another great group as we say thank you again to Carnival Cruise Line and the Cowboy Camp.
Oh, that's the petting zoo. Everybody needs to go there. Oh, yeah, you'll make a friend. Just put a little food in your hand. Check it out at Rodeo Houston, the petting zoo, if you haven't done it yet. Inside NRG, though, it's horns and heels for two ropers. Team roping brought to you by Corral Boots. And 1 year ago, it was the Navajo Nation's Derek McGay with the Arizona rancher Coulter Todd. They won it all. 130 grand as a team. And oh boy, we're going to end with world champions in Sinigini and Bueller. Again, just like the tie-down roping, when you know you got world champions at the back end, you better put some pressure on at the front.
Golden Schmidt, Chase Tryon. They'll be the duo to try to apply that pressure. A long reach on the front. Oh my gosh! That was a drive-by heel shot. He rode his horse past the corner and tosses the rope underneath, but cannot get the dally, so it'll be in no time.
Yeah, his horse never actually really turns the full direction. He swoops it underneath the neck of the horse and then can't get the dally. Remember, these ropes are not tied to the saddle horn. You got to try to wrap it around the horn and dally off to hold the steer, and Chase just couldn't make that happen. Let's go now to T. McLeod and Trey Yates, the number 6 ranked healer in the world, and they were 5-5 in semifinal 1. And 5-5 was not fast enough to make it to the championships. Trey Yates, the son of a Hall of Famer, a former Rookie of the Year award winner. And T. McLeod, there you go. Now there's something to shoot at with 4 left to go. 5-3 for the Canadian and the Coloradan.
In my opinion, they did the best they could with the steer that was drawn for them. That was a hard-running steer that took a step to the right. Nice work, gentlemen, on the pair of gray horses. Coy Rallman and Logan Medlin, Missouri and New Mexico. Coy qualified to his only NFR back in 2021. Logan has eclipsed the $1 million mark. They have to be 5.2. We got 2 on the front, 2 on the back. Forget that. How about 4.3? Just 0.3 of a second off the arena record.
So now Andy just made a fabulous point. In order to win this wild card, you're going to have to threaten the arena record. Junior D's and Landon Glenn, they're not scared. They won the guitar in Super Series number 5. Junior's a 2-time national finalist. Chunk it, Junior! Whoa! That was reckless. That was, but you had to be, man.
Yeah.
Both guys had to throw Hail Marys. Junior's fit and Landon's didn't. Check this throw from Junior. Oh, that's throwing 30 foot of rope, 40 feet.
Yeah, I don't know if Matt Sherwood's watching, but I know Walt Woodard is sweating. Bry Kreitz and Ross Ashford, number 8 and number 4, respectively, in the team roping world standings.
We should make mention that it's Sherwood and Walt that hold the arena record.
Yeah, that's true. That's why Walt's sweating. When he sees these teams, he knows what's coming. With their backs against the wall, they won Tucson. A long pitch by Bry does not meet its intended target. No time.
So look what happens once you get a 4-3. 2 no times because everybody knows it's Hail Mary time. Well, I will just tell you, when you win a world championship, and that's what both of these Cowboys have done. Aaron Sinigini of the Navajo Nation won it in 2015. That Cowboy became the first Canadian world champion in 2016. 4-3 does not intimidate them. But again, the luck of the draw. Did they draw a steer that runs slow? Did they draw a steer that runs to the left? All the things that could, manipulate what the final time is.
And based on money won, they would win the tiebreaker. So if they're 4-3, they would still advance. So 4-3 or quicker for Arizona and Canada to beat out Missouri and New Mexico. Jenny, proud member of the Navajo Nation, waiting for that steer to stand. See the barrier line strung up. Long reach. Come on, Bueller. Look at this. Oh, by 1/10 of a second, they're too long. 4.4.
And you sit there and you go, where could I get that 1/10 of a second back? As you watch the run, where could I get that 1/10? And I don't know where you do it. That was a flawless run. It just wasn't fast enough to unseat Rallman and Medlin. Woo! Team roping. That was furious. And I should emphasize the word team. The heeler does more than heel. The header does more than head. The heeler has to haze the steer. The header has to handle the steer for the heeler. And then, of course, the dally can be tough to get. Sometimes you'll smoke that horn. Trey Yates says, well, there's always tomorrow for dreams to come true. Coy Rallman and Logan Medlin advance to the championship night in wild card number 1. Thanks again to our friends at Corral Boots.
Take a look to the event that started it all. Saddle bronc riding, it's next.
Hello amigos, this is your telenovela friend Gabriel Soto. And my friends at La Michoacana Meat Market want you all to have an amazing time at the rodeo. If you're drinking, celebrate responsibly. Plan ahead, choose a designated driver, or get a safe ride home. Because at La Michoacana Meat Market, we care about you and our community. Enjoy the show.
Check out the best seats in the house. Those are the chute seats presented by Chenier. They're right behind the bucket chutes.
Guys, it is autograph time in the fan zone presented by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. I already found some awesome fans up here. Who are you most excited to get a selfie with?
Leon.
Leon Coffee? Well, what do you know? He just happens to be up here in the fan zone, ready to meet and greet with all of his many fans. Leon, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of kids up here to sign autographs for, and I'm sure glad I get to do it.
They all love Leon. This is the place to be, section 104, 124. You can meet your rodeo royalty. Our tie-down ropers are up here. All your favorite Rodeo Houston athletes. Come check out the fan zone every night at Rodeo Houston.
Oh, everybody look up. We're looking at you. Oh yeah, use those cameras to make a memory. It's time to buck 'em in the bronc busted. Saddle bronc riding is our next wild card event. It's going to get cutthroat. Brought to you by Energy Transfer. So 1 year ago, Ryder Wright left here as the champion. And that Cowboy is, I think he's in tomorrow night's wild card. His older brother, Rusty, and world champion Zeke Thurston, all in this lineup. Good luck, gentlemen.
Well, the horse named Avenger is a 50-50 proposition over the last 18 months. Parker Fleet, the champion in Denver this year where he scored 89.5, will try to best this Survey Bronc after qualifying from Super Series number 1.
Currently ranked number 22 in the world, he got into Rodeo Houston by winning the Waller County Fair and Rodeo in Hempstead. Yeah. Nope. Andy mentioned the 50-50 proposition. About half the Cowboys who try to get to the 8-second whistle get there, and this is the half that didn't. It is a no score. Again, we have replay officials that review all the rides, whether it's a mark-out infraction, a crossfire, a broken barrier, or jerk down. They're watching our replay officials to make sure everything is legit.
Well, this next horse has an even higher buck-off percentage than the last. 57% last year for Cowboy. The Survey horse branded B9 underneath Dawson Hay of Wildwood, Alberta. This millionaire came out of Super Series number 4, looking to be the first man to post a score in Wild Card 1. Got a great ride started. This horse did everything he could to get the Canadian on the ground, but he knows what he's just done. What a great ride, boy.
Man, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it? He's a son of a Canadian champ. And folks, Dawson Hay just set the bar at 88 points. That was good enough in the bareback riding. But look at this horse from Calgary coming up next. Folks, Rusty Wright's younger brother Stetson Wright was 90.5 on this horse at Fort Worth. They marked this horse 47 points out of a possible 50 in Fort Worth. The horse's name is Freedom Express.
All right, big spread out, Rusty. Get after him. All right.
Great mark out for Rusty. It's the #1 man in the world trying to keep that position. So glad I'm not a judge. I don't even want a pencil right now.
No, me neither. But watch how high he sets his feet up in the mane of that horse. You see how Rusty's getting as high up in the mane of that horse as he possibly can? That might be the difference, and it is 89.5. Wow. Boy, when it's done like that, it is a piece of art. Congratulations from everybody for an unbelievable ride by Rusty Wright.
All right, no big deal. Now you just have to be 90. Ben Anderson needs a 90-point ride if he is going to advance out of the wild card. Actually, he could tie with an 89.5, so we'll give him a half point back. He was only a half point shy of getting out of the semifinals. Boo Willie, the horse from the Surveys, circles around to the left. I just don't know if you have the same amount of power, the same amount of kick that you had from the previous horse. Now watch right here. Ben makes a really nice ride. Toes turned out. He's beating that horse to the ground with his feet each and every jump. But you got a few more kicks, a little more speed. Not as much power. 84 points for Ben Anderson. Great ride, but not enough.
And how many times would 84 win around in the Super Series?
Absolutely.
I mean, 84 is a great ride, y'all. It's just that when you got 89.5 and 88, let's listen in on Zeke.
I need you to pull him over, Popey. Oh, all right. That's what I'm here for.
I'm ready whenever you are.
I'm your traveling partner. Remember?
Yeah.
Four-time champ of the world, past Rodeo Houston champ. He is going to be going after it. Very rarely do you see that guy start looking up at the ceiling, Boyd.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if this flank strap doesn't come around and hit his right boot.
I agree.
I think at one point, right there, it kind of wraps around his right boot. And he's trying to stay in rhythm. To your point, looking up to the sky, you don't see that very often. 83.5 for the former Houston champ. Randy Britton riding in to set him down.
Our other pickup men include Tyler Craft, Chase Survey, and Taos Muncie. As we go to one of the younger competitors in the bronc riding from Morse, Texas, matched up with a veteran gelding from the Calgary Stampede called Annual News. They were 90 on this horse twice in 2025. Brody Wells was 90 in Hermiston, and the guy that he's trying to beat, Rusty Wright, was 86 in Super Series 3. But we need the Hermiston-type score. Come on, Galliard. Former collegiate champ comes down before the 8-second requirement. So it's going to be a no score for the number 6 man in the world.
Yep. And folks, that was your one of only 2 Texans in the wild card. And Gus is just doing everything he can to be 90. Oh, Ben Anderson, look at his face, look at the grit, look at the grind. Dawson says, I'm giving it everything I got. The Canadian set the pace with an 88. But look out, here comes the number 1 man in the world, Rusty Wright. Gonna show you why he's number 1 in the world. And everybody else was just chasing. Trying to stay alive in a wild card round. As the world champ looks up, Dawson knuckle bumps, and Rusty's like, that's what I'm talking about. With his 89.5-point ride, the number 1 man in the world is headed to the championships. Compliments of Energy Transfer.
More celebrations and more muscle. Steer wrestling next at Rodeo Houston.
Hey everybody, read the center screens. It's time for Entertainer Trivia. If you can answer the question on the screen correctly, you have a chance to win season tickets to the 2027 Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
And if you're here, be sure and visit the Fan Zone presented by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. Section 104 and 124 every night. You can meet all your Rodeo Houston favorites, our top rodeo athletes, rodeo royalty. Leon Coffee is up there. You can also see Rodeo Houston champion saddles up close. One of those cowboys might be your Rodeo Houston champion. Get your selfie. Have so much fun at our Rodeo Houston Fan Zone.
Now look up at the video screens. It's the Carnival Cruise Line Cowboy Cam. Let's see who we can bring out the Wild West in. Up on the cruise deck, you are looking good, young lady.
I love it. So good to see. Great selfie right there, but looks even better on a wild bucking bull in the rodeo arena.
Back on the cruise ship deck we go, getting a tan with a cowboy hat.
Not getting much of a tan in that fringe leather jacket, but hey, we're looking Wild West there in that selfie, and even more so on the bucking bull. Love to see all the fun to have thanks to Carnival Cruise Line.
Oh, a good-looking crowd here at Rodeo Houston. And they're about ready to watch, and probably this is where the draw comes in as much as any contest. The steer wrestling presented by Mattress Firm. The biggest of the big men, Tucker Allen. 1 year ago, he won a wild card. Went on to the championship night. Made it to the Final Four in the bottom spot. Won the Houston title and the world title. Well, they're off and running in a hurry. Bridger Anderson. Yuck. All right, Bridger. Now he's got to go left-handed. He's got to throw the steer backwards. There's a reason they call it wrestling.
Folks, he's not quitting. Don't you quit on him. 21-4. And that was done for posterity. He knows he's not going to advance, but still gives a high five on the way out.
So we asked Ty Erickson, what about that guy on the right of you? How about your Hazer? What about it?
My Hazer's a guy named Gavin Swallow. We traveled together the last couple of years, you know, and Hayes is great, and it's really nice to have a guy on the other side that you kind of know what to expect from, and you know that Hayes is really good. So,
Boyd, you talked about it in the team roping. There is the Hazer. That's Gavin Swallow. Teamwork. You have to have somebody on the other side that you trust, that knows your tendencies, and that rides a good horse. 2019 world champion Ty Erickson has crossed the $2 million mark. He will be the one to set the pace. But he broke the barrier. 14-4. There's a barrier line here, just like in the team roping and the tie-down roping that you've already seen. And when they break it, we do have a confirmation of call from our officials, instant replay, and it has been confirmed that he broke it.
All right, so you got to be fast to win a wild card. Check out Mark Joyner earlier this week. Actually, 2 weeks ago, Super Series 1, the second round. He slams one in 3.6. Check this out. I mean, this is textbook. And that's the kind of run he's looking for tonight. There'll be 3 guys that follow him. He's the halfway point. Now, Mark's not the biggest guy here. He's the only guy out that's under 6 foot. He's 5'11", 200 pounds. Yeah! You're out. Left horn down, nose up. There you go. He'll take the 5 and 2, and it just depends on if there's a pup in these final 3.
Yeah, so far the steers have been a little bit stronger. That's a hard-running red steer. So it took him a little while longer to catch up to him. I don't think it's going to hold. Chance Howard of Sallisaw, Oklahoma, has already been as fast as 4 and 6. He won Super Series 4 when he's not steer wrestling. Works as a farrier, a horseshoer, but has to be 5 and 1. He will not win the tiebreaker against Joyner.
What's going on with Wags? He's got him purple and he's not even up tonight.
That just shows you how much tomorrow night means to him.
Yeah. 6'6", 225 pounds. That's how big Chance Howard is. He won the gold medal in Salt Lake City last July. That helped propel him to his first national final. Yeah. Down and dirty. Big Chance. Boom! There you go. Now you got a time that's going to make the final 2 Bulldoggers sweat.
That's why I was nervous, because you could see Mark Joyner loosening that horse up. He didn't think 5 and 2 was fast enough either. Now Howard is in the driver's seat, but he has 2 millionaires to sweat. The first is the number 2 man in the world, Stetson Jorgensen. He was 1/10 of a second shy of Tristan Martin to qualify for the finals from our semifinal competition. Stetson this year at Rodeo Houston has been as fast as 4 and 4. Would need to be even quicker than that here. Steer comes around. Oh no! Hangs a leg. So 5 and 1, about a second too long for Jorgo, and breaks the barrier to boot. So 15 and 1. No bueno.
And that leads us to the Elko, Nevada veteran. 6'2", 220, a former champion of Rodeo Houston. He won it in 2024. This is Dakota Eldridge. Take you back 14 years, and he was the Rookie of the Year. 12 times to the National Finals Rodeo. Gotta be 4-1. 4-2. 4-2. He did it. He did it. Did he break the barrier? Oh, he did. How close was it? Oh, I mean, 1/10 of a second. But that's enough. Dakota Eldridge, 14-1. That man right there, all 6'6" of him, is headed to Championship Saturday. The Razorback, Chance Howard.
So important to start, whether you leave too early and you have to whoa up, or you have to try and catch up to a hard-running, high-horned red steer. Or maybe you just want to grit it out and show everybody you can finish the job. Well, this man finished the job in the quickest amount of time. Joyner will wait until 2027 as Erickson looks up The aw shucks moment for Eldridge as Chance Howard, the Arkansas man now living in Oklahoma, will advance. We give our gratitude to Mattress Firm for bringing us the steer wrestler.
Well, don't go anywhere. The horse race and professional rodeo. Barrel racing when we return to the Bayou City.
Here is our celebrity lookalike contest. So we're going to throw a celebrity up on the screen, and we're going to try and find someone who looks like Sam Elliott.
Is Sam here? Oh.
Yes, sir.
Oh, the dude abides.
Yeah, he didn't even smile.
Moana. Do we have somebody here that looks like Moana? Oh,
all right.
He is. Nicely done.
Samuel L. Jackson. They have to be wearing purple. Oh!
Oh, that's great.
Oh,
What?
It's Lainey Wilson. Let's see. A Lainey lookalike? She's like, oh, no, yes, you are.
Who else we got out there?
More celebrities. We've got them. How about Maui? Is Maui out there? There he is! Hook and all. They've got the same disposition. Oh, there we go. Alexander Ludwig.
Yeah, from the Hunger Games and Vikings. The great actor. Wait a second. He's actually here. That's Alexander Ludwig.
All right, it is time for the ladies barrel racing. And isn't the wild card fun? It's going to come down to the fastest barrel racer in this set to be moving on to the championship round. It's going to be a horse race. I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah, we can't either, man. It's been a wild card so far. Barrel racing brought to you by S&B Engineers and Constructors.
If you look back, you would see Cassie Mowry leaving here with her second Rodeo Houston title in 2025, and she's already done great things this year. But in Wild Card 1, we've got some very fast horses and talented jockeys as we start with a young lady from Utah.
She shattered the arena record at Reno. It'd be a good time to shatter the one in Houston. This is McKenna Coronado. She won her bracket in Fort Worth. Takes the Palomino into the right-hand turn. Tight corners, straight lines. Oh, no! Left knee gets that left barrel. So, just like a broken barrier, you're going to see Cowgirls push. And then 1466 turns into a 1966.
Yeah, you can touch the barrels, you can bobble them, but you cannot knock them down because it is a +5 for every barrel. As we get ready for Mackenzie Mays, this is your 2025 Rookie of the Year, and Mackenzie, she is destined for a trip to the National Finals Rodeo. A win at Rodeo Houston could get her there alongside her dad, who's a past Rodeo Houston champion. This mare, Rousey, is giving it all she has in this pattern. Nice second. We're smooth here, guys, around the third. Whew, that was a beautiful run. Is it going to be enough as they get ready to cross that timeline? And a 14:74. That is a nice run in this arena. I don't know if it's going to be fast enough to be the fastest run of the night.
I don't know. When you look at the fastest times of some of these other racers, you got a 14:34 for Sydney Graham. We'll see her in a little bit. But Laurel E. Ward of Fort Lupton, Colorado. Super Series 2, won a little over $3,000. Checks the sorrel horse up at the first. You're past that one. Stay close to him. She does. One more to go for the lady that took the title in Levant, Maine, from coast to coast. 14:73 by 1/100th of a second. She's now number one.
Wow. Guys, guys, I said it was going to be a horse race. I didn't know it was going to come down to 1/100th of a second between first and second. Mackenzie Mays got bumped down to that second place spot. Laura Lee Ward at number 1 in the 73. We're going to take a look at these two runs. I don't know if we're going to be able to tell them apart by much, but Laura Lee is also on a sorrel horse, but she's wearing the bright orange shirt. They are head-to-head, both on sorrel horses. Right there, you can see that Mackenzie actually starts to gain some ground, and then they come in to turn the second. Now they're back head-to-head. Still going at the same pace, but different angles going into the third. Laura Lee's on the outside, Mackenzie on the inside, but then Laura Lee wrapped that third barrel to just have a little bit straighter line from the third barrel to the alleyway, and that is 1/100th of a second. But we still have a lot of great barrel racers left to go. Helen Nawasad, she was a 14:55 in her Super Series, which would be the fastest time we're going to see. As you take a look at her in this run, this was her and her horse Drifter, just smooth. What a nice horse that has handled the setup here at Rodeo Houston so well. If she can just come in and do what she did in the Super Series, she might be moving on. But then we're also looking ahead to Sydney Graham, who was at 14:34. It's going to come down to the last few.
And don't count out the number 6 ranked barrel racer in the world. Coming down that alley right now is Trisha Aldridge, the reserve world champion. At her first NFR, the Cowgirl's got a degree in construction maintenance. One way to take yourself out of it, though, is to have a barrel go down. The Sanger, Texas Cowgirl qualified out of Super Series number 3 to the semifinal. It'll be a 1993. Great year. Just not the kind of barrel racing time we're looking for.
1993 was a great year. But yeah, that first barrel, especially when you hit the first one, you're just going to go ahead and cruise through the rest of the patterns. Save your horse for the next rodeo, but we get ready for Sydney Graham. During her Super Series, she clocked a 14:34, the 4th fastest time we have seen so far at Rodeo Houston. This horse is a stud, and she's going to make sure that she takes great care of him, keeps him calm going up that alleyway. And I love that. She really tries to hold him back, make sure that he's set up for that first barrel, because he's a lefty. You can run to the right or the left, and they chose to go to the left. This horse is so strong and powerful. Guys, I'm at that second barrel, and it looked like it fell down in slow motion. They were laying down a run. Not gonna happen for Sydney Graham. You can see it right here. They were clean, they were good, and that inside leg just caught that second barrel.
24-28. You can see the pressure of those barrels as they try to get as close as possible, chasing the 1473. Janie mentioned it just a few moments ago. Helen has been 1455. We don't even have to be that fast. 1472 for the Stephenville, Texas Cowgirl.
That was round 2 of Super Series 4. It's Noah Sad versus War. Oh, no! Funny things happen in win-or-go-home situations. 1692, and Noah Sad's horse started craving that barrel. Before it was time to make the left, Helen has to straighten him out. And Laura Lee Ward, the future attorney. That's right, she's going to law school at Colorado State University. It's a game of inches, y'all. You can't get too close. But you can't be too far away either, or you'll cover too much real estate. These horses dig into that dirt. The G-force around each corner. But Laura Lee Ward rides out of here as your champion of Wild Card 1. We'll see her on Saturday. Thanks to S&B Engineers and Constructors.
Our next Cowgirl contest, it is the Ladies Breakaway Roping, and it is brought to you by our partners at Oxy. Last year, it was another Rodeo Houston champion that went on to win a gold buckle. Taylor Munsell was the lady that did so. We've got 4 world champions in Wild Card 1, and we start with one of the most decorated ladies in the history of the WPRA. She's won $1 million with a rope in her hand. She won this rodeo in 2024. Her name is Jackie Crawford. 23-time world champ. She will set the pace. 3.1. 3-1 is actually her fastest run this year at Rodeo Houston.
She got the guitar in Super Series #1, so she won her Super Series. But we all, talking before we came to the booth, thought it was going to take a 2-point something to win it.
Yes, it definitely could take that, but Jackie Crawford, she set the pace with that 3.1 as we get ready for our 2021 world champion, Sawyer Gilbert. She is so consistent, and this gray horse cami is so good for her in this kind of a setup. Look at that face of focus. Now she's gonna kind of take a breath, maybe let that calf get reset. So we want everything to be perfect. It is all on the line tonight. A 3.1 could make it through, but with this tough set of breakaway ropers we have coming up, you never know what can happen.
And the calves. I mean, what set of calves did they pick? Did they pick runners, duckers? You know, that comes into play as well.
No, absolutely. And the wild card is already kind of shown to be a little bit tricky. But here we go. We got to make sure this calf is looking forward. She wants the calf to be faced forward in the right position, making sure her horse is in the box. Take a breath, get set. When she makes that real focused game face, you know she's about to nod. There it is. As we get ready for Sawyer Gilbert, here we go. She pushed that barrier, really handled her slack nice, 2.6. She doesn't look very happy. Are we clean?
No.
I'm thinking no.
Sorry. 12-6, she broke the barrier,
Yeah,
Janie.
I thought I saw that.
She had to push it too because she would have lost a tiebreaker, so 12-6 for Sawyer. Josie Goodrich of Stanfield, Oregon. Generational talent from the Columbia River Circuit. She's a past champ there, won the Desert Rodeo in Thermal, California, but has to be 3 flat. She also would not win the tiebreaker against Jackie Crawford, and we broke the barrier again. 12-4, that is again one of the calls that we instant replay to make sure that we get the confirmation, and yes, she did break the barrier.
All those broken barrier calls are reviewed by our replay official. Now, let's go to another guitar winner. She was the champion of Super Series at #3. From a ranching family out of Yoder, Wyoming, in rides Hayden Thompson. She's the 2025 Rookie of the Year. She's got that pink bandana tied on so that the field flag judge can see it the minute it breaks away from the horn. 3 flat. That's what we're looking for. Oh, she got it. Is she out? She is out. She is clean. 2.4. Hayden Thompson. Oh, she threw a Nolan Ryan fastball. Beautiful.
She was holding her breath, and she has yet to smile because she knows who's coming, Janie.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Martha Angeloni, your 2022 world champion, one of the fiercest breakaway ropers in the business, 5 times the national finals breakaway roping. She knows that she's gonna have to be fast. She's gonna push that barrier. She's gonna throw right away. Here we go. Oh! Another barrier, guys. I say that you're gonna see it in a wild card situation. Pushing every barrier point that you can in order to be fast. You had to give it a try.
And again, their faces have so much expression. Let's go to a rookie. End it all with a rookie, a cowgirl in her first season.
Qualified to this rodeo by winning the Fort Bend County Fair and Rodeo in Rosenberg. Kirby Rawlinson. She lives in Waller, the place of our other qualifier for Rodeo Houston. She won Fort Bend County with a 2.1. As a go for broke style, she's already won 4,000 here this year at Houston. Would not win the tiebreaker, so she has to be 2.3. That would only be a 1/10 of a second off the arena record. She tried it, but it did not work out, so a no time for Kirby.
Well, loosen up. Wide eyes. Look at those wide eyes. Martha bearing down. Firing away. That rope figure eight's back. Good days and bad days. Like I said, in a wild card, there's only one person smiling when it's all said and done, and that would be Hayden Thompson. Her 2.4 has punched her ticket to championship night. Thank you to Oxy for bringing us the Breakaway.
You've been begging for it. We're going to give it to you. Bull riding is coming up next in H-Town.
All right, everybody, look up. Check the screens. Check the screens for the answer to the trivia question. The winner for season tickets will be announced March 21st.
And visit the Fan Zone, presented by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance in Section 104 and 124. You can take a picture with your favorite rodeo stars or get an autograph. I'm down here behind the buck and shoots with world champion and past Rodeo Houston champion, Jess Pope. And Jess, what advice do you have for young rodeo athletes hoping to compete at Rodeo Houston one day?
Oh, just take care of every advantage you ever get. Be kind, always smile, and just take it all in. You know, this is cool deals, rodeo athlete, the places we get to go, the people we get to meet, and follow your dreams and goals, and that'll all fall in place.
Hey, that's exactly what you did today in the wild card round. Kind of ironic that your horse's name was Make Your Move, because you did exactly that. What was the mindset coming into today?
Just come in and ride to the very best of my ability. I knew that horse was going to be really strong out of the buck and shoot, her first two jumps. And she kind of really hit me in the back, this next jump right there. And from there on, you just got to go. You got to keep standing on the gas pedal and give me every opportunity I needed.
Absolutely. What a big, strong horse. Congratulations, Jess Pope. We're going to see you in the championship round.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jess. And thank you to our friends at Houston Methodist and Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine.
Lots of smiles, lots of clapping inside Energy Stadium, because they know it's time for the Toro Twisted. Bull riding is your next contest. It's sponsored by Rock and Roll Denim. So, Kristen Hutchins, 1 year ago, with a 91.5 point ride, left here $65,000 richer. One of these six men, hopefully, will join him in the championship round.
Well, now it's time to introduce you to three men that will protect all those that are riding. On the left of your screen, it's the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Mr. Dusty Tuckness. The man in the middle, six-time NFR qualifier, Nate Justice. And to the right of your screen, the brand new Papa, Mr. Bo Sheets. But don't forget about this guy. He's been an entertainer of the year, a comedy act of the year, from Soper, Oklahoma, Mr. John Harrison.
Hey, Houston, are you ready to ride some bulls? Let's do it.
Do it we shall. Clayton Sellers, advanced from Super Series number 3. He's got a two-time NFR bucking bull called Centerfold. Can he best the beast? The red is hopping high in the air. Chomp, chomp goes the Gator Boy.
Andy, our rough stock events have been starting strong. I mean, Pope with an 88, Hay with an 88. And these guys who are first to go in the rough stock events are all setting the bar super high. Clayton Sellers did the same thing, 88 points.
So that's the bar, TJ. TJ's got a young black bull called Rat Rod. We are, of course, speaking of TJ Gray. You can see he holds his hand differently than the other bull riders do.
Won $330,000 in 10 days doing this one time a night for 8 seconds. Showed up to Las Vegas broke, left with 330 grand more in his pocket. Reserve champ of the world. TJ Gray on the rat ride. Go on, TJ. Ride, Cowboy. Bullfighters swarm in. My gosh, we are 2 for 2 in a wild card. This is wild. Bull's going to turn back into that right hand. But he, as Andy pointed out, took a reverse grip. Half from the bull, half from the Cowboy. 1 to 50 on the bull, 1 to 50 on the man. 83 and a half. That's how they punch that ticket.
Well, the next man snuck in. Creek Young had $1,500 out of Super Series number 4. But he's won this rodeo back in 2024. He's got a national finals bull that is 41-3. He's already bucked off Bryce Jensen and Fulton Rutland. This is Jagger.
Keep riding.
We need a big ride. Stick with it, Creek. He made it to the whistle. The only thing that has me concerned is that left foot got a little loose. Did he have as much control as Clayton Sellers did?
Well, I love that we're riding bulls one right after the other. And the score comes up for the former Rodeo Houston champ, 85 and a half. 2.5 points shy of the 88 that he needed. All right, let's go to the future commentator.
A little more? All right, well.
She hangs over that.
Pull it. Everything you got. All right.
All right. Tyler Taylor, the 32-year-old Cowboy from Stephenville, Texas, on a bull called Wham Bam. The bull is 24-3. Wow! There's the bam right there. Now you know how he got his name, Wham Bam. Yeah, he's like, look, I want another one.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like, I want another. Here's why. He nods and the bull goes, there you go.
Oh.
That's what you get for thinking when you're not used to doing it. Oh, boy. And you and I would be like, okay, that's enough for me, not him. He's like, I want another one. Come on, folks. That's courage right there. You're watching courage. Hey, Janie, who you got?
I got Clayton Sellers down here, 88 points. Clayton, you were the very first guy out. Describe the relief of seeing that score up there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's been a heck of a week in Houston. So to come here and get on a great bull like that and make the whistle is tying everything together. I'm very happy, very blessed to be here.
To now be moving on to the championship round, if that score holds, your family's here. What does that mean to you?
Oh, it means everything. You know, highs and lows, and it's nothing if you don't have someone to share it with. So it's very fun having them around.
All right, we have a few bull riders left to go, but how do you kind of sweat this out? Are you a little nervous back here?
Not really, you know. You show up and it's kind of you against the bulls, and you stay on and you hope the best for the rest of the guys too.
Well, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Guys.
Thank you, Janie. Congratulations, Clayton. You got to sweat out a few more. Ruger Jarvis Pima, number 30 in the world.
I'm trying. I ain't got much here.
And we want to remind you that everyone in the wild card gets a check. It's just how much, and only one person advances.
Can I recall him? Yeah.
He's got a bull called Holy Ship. I said ship with a P, like a boat.
Come on, bull.
You got whooped for a lot of things, John, when you were a kid. What do you mean? I got whooped a lot, buddy. It was a team effort.
Never got a whooping.
No, I know.
That's not true. I got a spanking one time with a pot.
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago.
My wife watches this. All right, so the last bull's name was Holy Ship. You're going to love this. Johnny, this bull's name is Soccer Mom.
Oh, she crazy.
No, it's a bull. It's a he.
Oh, it's a he.
Yeah.
Soccer mom is a he?
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into this. I'm going to leave
I
that
think
alone.
I think there's a halter on him too, John.
Oh, it's an old show calf. This is great.
No, it's not an old show calf. They use that to keep him so he behaves in the chute.
Maybe he could be the show calf next year for the guy dating my daughter.
Worth a shot. Dustin Bouquet is the man that will try and ride the bull. It's actually a rematch. He had this bull here in Houston in 2024, and it only lasted 4.7 seconds. This bull's been ridden 7 times, 6 times by left-handed Cowboys. That's a problem because Dustin is riding right-handed. Let's see if we can make some mystery on this black and white bull.
He's got to be 88.5 because he will not win the first tiebreaker, which is money won in his Super Series. And Soccer Mom is having a moment.
Trust me, you want to be patient because if a soccer mom is having a moment, don't poke the bear.
Dustin! So when you see his body slide off of that rope, the late great, or the world champion Gary LeFew used to call it the danger zone. When you slide off the rope, you get back toward the hips of the bull, and that's called the danger zone. There's a lot more torque being thrown at you on the back end. And Clayton Sellers dodges another bullet.
So we travel back to Ruger Piva, and look at that. Sellers, the guy that is leading the bull riding right now, is helping Tyler Taylor get ready for his re-ride. But Ruger Piva of Chalice, Idaho, will regroup on the bull named Holy Ship. I broke what I already said. I said I'd only say it once. Now that's twice.
As long as you're pronouncing your P. All right. Named after a pistol, he was a national champion wrestler at the University of Montana Western. The bull has only been ridden one time by Luke Mackey in San Antonio.
Out of how many, though?
5.
Oh, so that's 20%, right? I was homeschooled. I can do that math.
That's an 80% buck-off rate, a 20% ride rate.
I'm all over it.
Yeah, you're. Trust me, nobody wants you to be their CPA.
I hope nobody lets you set the prices in a liquor store.
That's one thing I am is educated in. I married a girl from California. She ain't a wine expert, but she is dedicated to the research, okay?
Okay, we're just going to flip back to Tyler. Yeah, switching back and forth, John.
It is back and forth. Yeah, I feel bad. Like, there's got to be a lot of pressure. Like, quit throwing stuff at me.
What do you mean pressure?
Well, like the nerves, like getting ready. He'd already hit his head over here once. He's just having a bad day. Boyd's having a bad day.
Why am I having a bad day?
Because they changed the dress code here, and now your wife ain't been here in a week. Sorry, Boyd.
Don't applaud for that. You're not supposed to applaud for that.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. They had to put out a press release.
I ain't seen your wife either, Andy.
Hey. She went home for spring break. Don't group me with Boyd.
Don't you live in Florida that she goes to spring break there every year?
Yeah. All right, Tyler, here's your re-ride opportunity. The bull is Preacher.
Whoa, after all that. All I can tell you, friends, is Tyler gave it his best shot. That's the bull that Creek Young won this rodeo on in 2024 with an 87-point ride. And you could just see the look of frustration on Tyler's face. He's smiling. We still love you, Cowboy. We still love you. There'll be another day. Okay, Now making sure, what did they just do right there? That was making sure that when he pulls his rope, the rosin on the tail of the rope meets up with the rosin on the handhold, and it didn't, so they're adjusting this bull rope a little bit so that when he does pull it, it will, the rosin on that tail will line up with the rosin on the handhold. There's rosin on that glove. Makes it sticky. Tougher for the rope to slip in your hand. John, did you ever ride bulls?
My mama raised one idiot, and he's back home on the farm.
Gotcha.
Why would you ride a bull?
For the money.
Go ahead. Not slow.
Okay, fine point. How much money would it take for you to get on there?
No. No, I'm kind of with you.
So it ain't for the money.
Yeah. I get to go to town, too.
Yeah.
So you're just looking right there. That's your guy. That's Clayton Sellers, who set us on fire with the 88, followed by an 83 and a half and an 85 and a half. Ruger. This bull should turn back either way. Could go back left, could go back right. Come on, Ruger. Stay there, stay there, stay there. When we need to get one to the whistle, we get four. Perfect. And Ruger's gonna scare the lead, but that's all he's gonna do is scare it. 86 and a half, a point and a half shy of Clayton Sellers. That man is moving on to Championship Saturday and taking all of Florida with him. Nice job, Clayton Sellers. See you on Saturday. It's a game where it's handy to have a helmet. It's a game where the bulls and the torque that they throw at you is real. Holy hoppin' hamburger, Batman. That's how we started it on the bull they call Centerfold. That's how we ended it on the bull they call Holy Ship. Over the top of the bull, balance and control. No guts, no glory. No pain, no gain. It takes everything you got. Every fiber of try in your body. And as I said earlier, on a wild card day, there's really only one man with the biggest smile. And that man's name is Clayton Sellers, the former Rookie of the Year award winner, moving on to Championship Saturday. Thank you to Rock and Roll Denim for bringing us the bull riding. Up next, a very special tribute to some of our favorite athletes. We want to welcome some lucky recipients of our Rodeo Acts of Kindness program. They've been moved down from the 6th level to these great seats. Thanks to Rodeo Acts of Kindness participants, First Community.
Hey, 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 get out your phones and scan the QR code and you could be featured on the Raising Cane's selfie cam. Hey, that's a beautiful couple right there. Smile at everybody. Another great looking couple here at NRG Stadium. Oh, that looks like a Lainey Wilson fan to me. Looking good, cowgirl. We love to see you up there on the big screen. Oh, Rodeo Houston, you all shine so bright up on the big screen. Getting ready for Lainey Wilson tonight. Having so much fun with our family and friends on the selfie cam. Houston, you guys all look great. Hey, surprise, you made the big screen. Throwing some peace signs and big waves to everybody. Hey, you made it. Oh, wow, we're excited. Excited to see you up there. Hello, hi, ladies. Oh, we froze for just a second. Hey, Houston, thank you. You guys look great up there. And thank you to Raising Cane's for bringing us the selfie cam.
For generations, the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo has welcomed professional athletes from around the world. They come to compete and take part in one of the most exciting and celebrated events of the year. But the Cowboys and Cowgirls admit they'd be nothing on their own. They fully rely on their partners. And now, Oxy is honored to present the other part of their team that these athletes cherish, the part of the team that they love and fiercely protect, just like a part of their family. This is historic Rodeo Houston footage from over a decade ago of two legendary horses. On the left of your screen is a mare named Hostage. On the right is a stallion named Lunatic Fringe. Both of these horses have done their part to help crown Rodeo Houston champions over the years. But they did something else. They raised a 14-year-old daughter. And here she is. This is Lunatic Bayou. She's out of Hostage and Lunatic Fringe. She's followed in her parents' footsteps. She's the mother of four. She's bucked at the top rodeos across the United States, including here at Rodeo Houston. Remember, these animal athletes were born to be bucking horses. They're loved and respected by the Cowboys that dare to ride them. And soon enough, the youngest member of this deep bloodline, the son of Lunatic Bayou, Lunatic Bay. He is the grandson of Hostage and Lunatic Fringe, and one day he will be setting records of his own. Remember, some horses are born to run fast. Some are meant to work with cutting precision. But these athletes were born to challenge their riders. Bucking comes natural to these broncs, and it's our responsibility and our honor to make sure they are cared for with respect, because they are a part of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo family as well. And they represent both the legacy and the future of our rodeo. You know, we've cheered for Cowboys and Cowgirls all day. What do you say just one time we cheer for the animal athletes that carry them to glory? Here comes the mamas and their babies. So it doesn't surprise you if you have a husband who is a great athlete and you raise a daughter that's a great athlete, took after her dad. It wouldn't surprise you if you had a son, a wife that could sing, and a son that turned out to be a great singer as well. He took after his mama. Well, that's what these babies are going to do. They're going to take after their mom and dad, just like Hostage and Lunatic Fringe. And you should know, we want to say thank you to Oxy for presenting our Born to Buck legacy. You can see these beautiful horses up close at the Born to Buck exhibit. It's right behind the junction.
And the race is on. Our kids are ready to roll into NRG Stadium. All the action of the calf scramble is coming up next.
Our arena crew, those talented folks who feed the livestock every day. They work the arena gates and chutes, the ropes, the equipment. They do all the heavy lifting to make this rodeo work, and they are sponsored by Cavender's Boot City.
Life on the road of a rodeo athlete can be challenging. That's why United Airlines is thrilled to reunite rodeo families and bring them along for the ride. Carly Piercy Cusick has served as a pivot girl for the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo 8 times. That experience brought her to Rodeo Houston, where she has been in charge of all the pivot girls for more than 8 years. Carly is no stranger to the road. She's a loving mother to her son and cherishes spending time with him. Carly, we want to unite you with your son as often as possible with airfare from United. You were selected by your peers because they think you deserve this, and so do we. Congratulations, Carly. You are tonight's Rodeo Reunited family, sponsored by United.
Check it out, y'all. We're smiling, you're smiling. It's Calf Scramble time, sponsored by Transocean. Tonight, we want you to keep an eye out for the first scrambler to properly catch a calf and cross the line, because that scrambler will have the chance to compete in the Super Scramble on March 21st. Let's join Andy and Janie and meet tonight's scramblers.
Thank you, Boyd. We are down here on the arena floor where there are 10 young men and 17 young ladies, all of them in 4-H and FFA, hoping to catch a calf. Now, Janie had a little extra time to talk to our scramblers. What do you know, Janie?
Well, Andy, as always, a great group of kids. We have a little bit of everything. We have ranch kids, rodeo kids. We have athletes, a defensive lineman. We even have a kid that wears a size 15 shoe. So keep an eye out for him. Let's get it started with Emily Herrera,
Ali Ray Dovesh,
Courtney Duvall,
Christian Anderson,
Colton Labrie,
Cadence Mutasek,
Jerkney Griffin,
Trinity Spencer,
Allison Illot,
Kiana Schilling,
Brianna Torres,
Axton Erskine,
Cash Parker,
Carissa McEnroe,
Braden Gates,
Ethan Maxwell,
Carly Waiter,
Kimberly Osorio,
Casey Hicks,
Brandon Larone,
Paisley Harleen,
Herman Adams,
Jordan Davis,
Kason Bowers,
Naomi Serrano,
Balin Pollock,
and Jasmine Flores.
Those are the scramblers for scramble number 18. Let's give them all a Houston welcome. Every time we play this game, there are two individuals, but tonight there's two groups of individuals that are going to assist us in helping us open the gate and start the calf scramble. First, our gate openers. It is the spouses of the third-year outgoing vice presidents. Please welcome Irma Causey, Chris Miller, J.P. Monteverde, Charity Stone, Kate Tankersley, and Nanette Welch. Our calf scramble starters, they are the third-year outgoing vice presidents. Please welcome Gianni Causey, Amy Pinka Miller, Amy Coates Monteverde, David Stone, Justin Tankersley, and Lance Welch. Give them all a round of applause. Now we will swing that gate open as we hold those hats high so that our calf scramblers know when it's time to catch that calf. The calves are headed south. The kids are looking north. Hats being held high. Oh, it's palpable. The intensity. When will it all begin? How about right now? Let's catch one for the 18th time, Janie.
All right, they are off. It looks like we've already got a calf tackled over there. Some really big, strong kids out here. Number 23 has one caught. That is Jordan Davis. Oh, and wow, we are having a bit of a stampede situation along the fence line. That's number 24, Kason Bowers. He likes ranching, and you can see he's handled livestock before. We're about to cross the line. Help him out, Houston. He's going to be the first kid to do it. Oh, and maybe 23 got one already. But there are lots of kids out here really working hard. That looks like number 5 right there, Colton Labrie. His family builds houses for kids overseas, so what an amazing family that he comes from. Hard-working kid right there, and about to catch his calf.
Jordan, you had an encounter that was up close and personal, buddy. Are you feeling okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, you almost had the shirt ripped off your back, but now that you caught in the calf scramble, you get to bring a steer or heifer back to the show. Which one are you choosing?
Steer.
Why?
I want to go after my brother.
All right, what did your brother do that inspired you to be in the calf scramble?
He did a steer, and I was like, it was last minute, so I had to make my mind up.
Well, good job, buddy. One of our first catches of the night. Let's give it up for Jordan Davis of Sheldon FFA, creating a memory here in the calf scramble.
That's awesome. And looks like number 19, she's got hers caught. That is Casey Hicks, and she just wants everyone to know that she loves her family and her friends. Many of them are up here in the crowd cheering her on. Awesome support system as she crosses that line. Congratulations.
That's number 15, Braden Gates of Kennard FFA. He's got the wrong end, but once he gets that halter on, we can get things headed in the right direction.
Right, this is all part of the early strategy. You know, these ag kids, they know their way around some livestock. A lot of times it's easier to catch one by the tail. Then you got to work your way to the front, like number 8 did, right around. Got a good grip on the head, getting the halter on. Trinity Spencer. She's been on the equestrian drill team for 4 years. Awesome, well-rounded young lady. Wow, look at the mullet happening out there right there for number 16.
Yeah, I think that's 16, Ethan Maxwell of Kennard FFA. And that might be the most glorious mullet I have ever seen in my life.
Yes, he is a D-line football player, but I think the mullet gets the win for that one.
Yeah, depending on which state you're from, it's a Mississippi mudslide, Tennessee waterfall. I mean, but that one was glorious. Congratulations, number 8, Trinity Spencer. Timpson FFA with that catch. There's number 11, Brianna Torres. Somerset FFA. And just a few more steps for Allison Eastloss of Cypress Falls to make her catch official as well.
Well, you know, from these hard-running calf scramble kids to our rodeo athletes, Houston Methodist and Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine are always standing by to take care of any injuries that happen to our competitors. And it does happen, but our kids are amazing, and we've been injury-free so far. And this kid, number 18, is that 18? 16, sorry, Ethan Maxwell. It's like he was looking directly into the camera. He is very focused. We've got 2 calves over here that are still up for grabs. Kind of like they've paired up a little bit.
We still have some loose calves ready to catch. And for those of you that may not have ever seen this program before, the calf scramble here at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo dates all the way back to 1942. It is assisted in changing the lives of nearly 25,000 students to the tune of over $22 million in certificates and prizes to those students.
We've got our bullfighters out here helping out a little bit. These calves are big and strong. They can really run hard too. So you need all the help you can get. Looks like we're gonna have a battle on this one. Who's gonna catch this calf? We got the halter out right away. All right, we've got number 16, Ethan. He made it across the line. Good job. Congratulations. I love that celebration too. You earned that. This is not an easy job out here in the calf scramble, but we have one calf out here that is feeling very confident.
The only reason I was picking on his haircut is I'm jealous of it, if we're being honest.
I think everyone in this building is jealous of it.
Is that the last calf? Number 27, Jasmine Flores is looking for that one as Kason Bowers of Hansford County, or excuse me, that's Carissa McEnroe of ARP FFA making it an official catch. Oh, that little squirrely bugger down there on the, oh, there's 2 of them. There's number 12 giving chase, Axton Erskine of Somerset FFA.
Oh, we've got a whole team trying to get that calf. Oh, here we go. Number 4, Christian Anderson. He's shown different animals for over 5 years, and he is one tough kid. Get that halter out.
Tell you what, with that snag, he reminds me of Will Anderson Jr. The backhanded sack.
Love seeing all the family and friends and the crowd cheering on these kids. We're just gonna get that halter on. It looks like there's still one more calf over here, but he has been caught. There we go. Yeah, help him out, Houston. That was awesome. He had to earn that one. Okay, looks like we've got the last calf over here. And number 13, Cash Parker. He's the kid that I told you had a size 15 shoe. Very impressive, and he's about to cross the line. He got his calf caught. Congratulations. That is awesome.
Thank you again to Transocean for sponsoring our calf scramble.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest tonight. The United States Secretary of Agriculture, Brooke Rollins, is a Texan, a former barrel racer, and a proud Texas A&M Aggie, serving as the first female student body president at Texas A&M. Please welcome Secretary Brooke Rollins. She's joined by Andy, our chairman of the board, Pat Van Phillips, and our president and CEO, Dr. Chris Bowman. Let's go down to Andy.
We are honored to welcome the United States Secretary of Agriculture, Brooke Rollins, to the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. As an organization dedicated to promoting agriculture, it's truly an honor to have you join us tonight. And to commemorate this evening, we'd like to give you this commemorative custom-made belt buckle for you to have and wear and enjoy. Thank you for being here, and thank you for what you do for agriculture and for this great nation. You're amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Secretary Rollins, for being here with us. Now, I've just got one quick question. As a proud American, but also a proud Texan, how awesome is it to be back here at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo?
Well, just standing in this arena with 70,000 patriots who love America, who love rodeo, who love freedom, who are ready to make America great again. And I also just want to say, as a student and as a recipient more than 35 years ago of a Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo scholarship, which took me to Texas A&M to study agriculture, and that God's great plan to eventually become the 33rd Secretary of Agriculture, to fight for everything that we believe and know is right, to fight for agriculture, to fight for rural America, to fight for our Western heritage and our American values is the greatest honor, and it is all represented here tonight in this stadium, and I'm just so blessed and so honored. Thank you all for having me.
Thank you, Secretary Brooke Rollins, for being here with us tonight.
Hey, hey, hey. Get ready. Chuck Wagon Racing is right around the corner. It is our distinct privilege to honor America's heroes, as well as their families who support them, like our Gold Star families who have made the ultimate sacrifice. On behalf of Crown Royal, we salute the men and women in uniform that make it possible for all of us to live with freedom and pride in our country. Tonight, we honor a United States Army retired Sergeant First Class. He is currently working at the Houston Army Recruiting Battalion as a civilian waiver analyst. He processes future shoulders and coordinates with his command to help facilitate over 1,200 individuals a year with enlistments in the U.S. Army in Houston and surrounding areas. He served 21 years as soldier and 20 years as an Army civilian. Throughout his career, he has received many awards, including the Meritorious Service Medal and the Civilian Army Achievement Medal. This is United States Army Retired Sergeant First Class, Van D. Maryland. Join me in thanking him for his 41 years of service. Dr. Maryland, we salute you. And thanks again to Crown Royal for sponsoring this special salute. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a little bit of a special treat tonight. This is the one and only night we're doing this. We're about to show you some trick and fancy riding. If you remember the young lady who carried the American flag in our opening ceremonies, well, she's one of the most accomplished trick riders in the sport of professional rodeo. She is sought out by professional rodeos in the United States and Canada to come and perform and to do her thing. So say hello to Shelby Pearson as she starts with a 1-foot flyaway. Look at that, 1 foot in the air, flying all the way around the arena on her horse named Zip. She's a 6-time Canadian Act of the Year. How about all of us give her a South Texas welcome to Shelby Pearson. So listen, have you ever watched a movie and seen someone shot from the saddle? Watch this. She's gonna do a stunt that's called the death drag. All right? Circle her horse to the left and then bam, she's gonna get shot. Then what happens? She's gotta drag down over the side of that horse. Hands dragging across the ground. A top 5 PRCA Act of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, a little something extra for you tonight from Shelby Pearson. Hey, Texas, how loud can you get for that Canadian talent? Let's hear it for Shelby. Great work. It's now time for the Axis Sounds of the Night.
Good ride, Cowboy. Did a little preaching out there. The Pope lives on. My horse on that side? They told me that side.
How are we doing today, sir?
Good, yourself?
Not too bad, not too bad. You're not supposed to spur over big ones like that neck, I don't think. Thank you, sir. That's a very large animal to come bucking up like that. Mic'd up, too. That's not how it's supposed to go.
Thank you for Axis Sounds of the Night. Hey, first heat of Chuck Wagon Racing features Chevron, Kroger, and Mustang Cat. There are 3 teams. It is the youngsters, Andy and Janie are a team. And then Luis and Enrique, they're a team.
Yeah.
And yours truly, all by myself, me and all my friends. Okay?
El Diablo.
So there's the leaderboard. The only team that hasn't won yet is Luis and Enrique. So you got to go ahead and pick a winner, guys. Which way can you go?
Yeah, we just slapped each other right now, just like the Cowboys did. We're going to go with Chevron.
Oh,
We
you
got the win.
slapped yourselves in the face and went with
Get
Chevron.
ready, get ready.
All right, I'm ready. Let's go with
Whoa,
Kroger.
whoa. Pump the brake there, Scooter. You don't get to pick next. You're winning with 3.
That's right, we are winning.
Slap him anyway, though, Janie.
So I'm going with Kroger.
Of course you are. All right, well, we'll take Mustang Cat and we'll beat you.
Perfect.
All right, y'all do what we just did. Make a bet, because here we go. 2 laps around the arena. First horse across the white line on the west side's the winning wagon.
It's a 2-lap race. Here's lap number 1. Pace yourself, Mustang Cat. We need you for lap number 2.
Come on, Kroger.
Here we go. Lap number 2. Let's go, Chevron. Let's bring it home. We got to break that 0 off the scoreboard.
Come on, inside track, Kroger. Inside track.
Vámonos. Let's go, Chevron. Let's bring it home.
Come on,
Bring
Kroger.
it home, Chevron.
Come
On
on,
the outside,
Kroger.
Chevron. On the outside, Chevron's got it.
Done. 100% campeones.
I know it wasn't Kroger.
Shut up. I think it was Mustang Cat.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know.
Chevron.
Oh,
By a
Chevron.
nose.
Chevron
Yeah.
wins it.
Let's hear it for Chevron, everybody.
Why is,
Slap my face
why is
more
Boyd
often.
cheering? He lost.
I just love it when you lose.
Oh,
Enrique,
he knows where
it's
the
our
Chevron
first
suite's at.
Chevron
That's why he was
is our
cheering.
first win.
Can I let me thank the sponsors? Then I want to see some Hispanic celebration up there. Okay. So thank you to Chevron, Kroger, and Mustang Cat, Luis and Enrique as champions.
That's right.
Campeones.
Campeones. Here we go.
Well
We're
done.
back on track.
I thought dancing was a universal language. You can't dance in Spanish.
Come on, let's see a little dancing up there.
Hey, I love
I don't know.
that.
This
All
is the
right,
wrong music.
Enrique's into ballads.
You guys are awful dancers.
All right, Baylor
trying.
Ford and STX Beef brings us our next heat. And I think I get to pick, right?
Yeah, because you're the loser. Yep.
El Diablo, let's go.
El Diablo. Let's go with Baylor.
All right, we'll take STX Beef.
Well,
Hey,
you
we're going to
can't
go Ford then. We got
Why?
Ford.
because you're still winning the most number of races.
Oh, okay.
Which one do you
so
want,
we'll-
Enrique?
We'll go STX Beef.
All right. Y'all got Ford.
Okay. We'll beat you at the wagon you gave to us. It's those beautiful white horses behind that beautiful blue oval. Come on, Ford. Get ready for lap número dos.
Filet mignon. Let's go. Damas y caballeros, hacer un poquito de ruido. Un saludo muy especial para Catalina y Gaby. Vámonos, Texas, let me hear you. Make some noise.
Here we go, STX Beef on the inside. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's have a sweep.
Yes.
Clean sweep.
They're not
Clean
gonna
sweep.
stop.
It's a sweep. It is a sweep. Oh, yeah.
I think that was
man.
Two in a row.
No.
Ford got it.
Well,
That's right.
the
look
great
at it.
thing, hey, the great
Bye,
thing
Nick.
about having white horses is you will know who won the race.
Why do
Who's
you
in last
hate
place?
me?
Who's in last place?
I give to my church.
How do we count the ways?
Well, I mean, Boyd tithes. He's going to act like this really Christian person, but you're wrong, Boyd.
I
we
just
won.
want to win away.
Yeah, too
Yeah.
bad.
Why do we
No.
call him El Diablo? By the
And
way?
none for Boyd.
Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you
luego,
to our
Diablo.
sponsors, Baylor Ford and STX Beef. It's a horse race now. Andy and Janie at 3, Luis and Enrique at 2, and El Diablo bringing up the rear. Anyway, thanks to all of our sponsors. Coming up soon. Oh my, we know you love it. Just wait a little bit longer. Mutton Busted is coming up quick. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a word from our chairman of the board, Pat Man Phillips.
Howdy, I'm Pat Man Phillips, and I'm privileged to serve as chairman of the board of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. On behalf of the show's 36,000 volunteers, we want to thank you for your support so we can keep doing what we do best, promote agriculture, our rich Western heritage, and support the youth of Texas. I've lived in Texas all my life, but it wasn't until I moved to Houston that I felt the power of a community that works together. We have access to all forms of professional sports, music, and live entertainment. And it's right here in our own backyard.
There's nowhere else we would rather have our organization or a basketball team than Houston. You know, it's home. I love to brag about the Rockets and the other sports teams in town. And one of the first things out of my mouth when I'm talking about the great qualities of Houston is the rodeo.
I'm a music guy, so knowing the wide range of programming that the rodeo offers over the course of March is incredible to me, and in that I think the Houston Symphony and the rodeo have a lot in common.
These organizations bring fans together to celebrate under one roof. They stimulate the economy, provide education, and give back to the community. It doesn't matter if the performance is on a stage, grass, or dirt. They make our city not just a place to live, but a place to be proud of.
I feel like we've never been in a better spot as partners, and our partnership as we're looking into the future is really, really bright.
I think we should all be grateful to be in this town, and we're grateful that we have the rodeo to kind of bring us all together every year.
I think our relationship with the rodeo is unique. We both have the same goals for the community, and that's a partnership that we've enjoyed and we want to continue for many years.
Because of you, we can all continue to do what we do best, and for us, that means promoting agriculture, showcasing our rich Western heritage, and supporting education for the youth of Texas. Hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Let's rodeo!
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Hey folks, it's time to vote for the Hard Luck Awards, sponsored by Amagi Bank. You get to be the judge and decide who our winner is tonight. Watch the replays and your applause will determine who had the toughest luck. They'll go home with an extra $200 in their pocket thanks to Amagi Bank. We have 3 rides for you to vote on. We want you to cheer for all of our athletes, but save your biggest applause for who you think had the roughest ride. Okay, folks, here's the deal. This is my favorite part of the rodeo because we give all the power to you. You get to decide who the winner is. How do you do it? With your voices and your hands and your applause. On a Lainey Wilson night, we should hit 100 at least 3 times. We're going to show you 3 hard luck moments for 3 different contestants. Whoever has the highest score from all of you wins travel money from Amagi Bank. So let's get this party started with a bull rider by the name of Dylan Rice. Look at this. He gets launched into the air. And look at this. Look. Hey, Andy, I can see your house from up here. I mean, this guy is flying out the back end, and then look where he lands, right on his butt. Folks, if you're going to get loud, you got to start doing it now. Go. $92. That is not where we were headed. Got to get put a spur in it. What do you got, Andy?
Let's see if we can do it for a steer wrestler that gets rolled over. Mark Joyner, the Cajun Kid. Watch this. Leaps out and then boom! Right on his buttocks. That's right. Both cheeks. Double bruises at a high rate of speed. I know he's a Cajun, but come on, give him some Lone Star love. $94.
Now we're talking. Let's go to a Texas bull rider who's in his early 30s. Trey Benton III. You cannot get stepped on like this and not feel it. Ooh! Watch his leg right there. The right leg of the bull on his, you see, he reaches his hand down because it's in pain. The right leg of the bull on the left leg of the bull rider. Benton gets tossed and turned and stepped on. Folks, if that's not worth 100, 100's not attainable. Bring it! Woo! That was close. 100. And now, because of your generosity, Trey Benton III is going to win the award tonight and take home a couple $100 cash. But listen, during our last rodeo performance on Championship Saturday, we'll show our top roughest rides, and the winner that night will be crowned this year's Hard Luck Award champ. They will walk away with the grand prize of $2,500. That's the Hard Luck Award, sponsored by Amagi Bank. You've been so patient, and now we're going to reward you with it. It's time for the Mutton Bustin'. Compliments of HEB. Let's go down to the arena floor with Andy and Janie and their entourage.
We are in line and ready to go.
The wait is over. It's time for the Mutton Bustin'.
Let's do it. First Mutton Buster to go is Emery Mealer of Houston, Texas. Wants to be a soccer player. Okay, Emery, well, let's hold on tight and show them how to do some busting.
Favorite event is the barrel race. She likes to go fast. That was a quick sheep and a great ride to kick us off.
Cypress, Texas is Caden Morgan. 6-year-old Caden loves bull riding and eating pizza. Can't do both things at the same time.
Well, sure you can, Andy. And also a future veterinarian. Great ride all the way to the end. That was a tough one.
Owen Elliott next to go from Houston. 6-year-old Owen loves corn dogs.
Future Army soldier. And wow, look at how tough this kid is. He's still hanging on to that sheep. He gave that everything he had.
Kennedy Vaggio of Houston, Texas. All right, Kennedy, let's show us what to do.
Oh, Kennedy wants to grow up to be a princess one day. Me too. You already are a princess of the Mutton Bustin'. We even lost both boots.
Travel to the place that keeps it weird. Austin and Joaquin Fruzewan.
He just wants to be the boss of the stadium. I feel like that's a very great job.
Over to Pinehurst at Kyle Jones. 5-year-old Kyle loves calf roping and wants to grow up to be a hunter. Show us what you got, Kyle.
Let's go, Kyle. Nice ride. That was a big effort out there.
Bronc, Texas's Desi Kemp. 6-year-old Desi is mounted up. We got the checkerboard pants. Let's ride.
Oh, I do like those pants. And look at how fast this sheep is going. We tucked, we rolled. We made a great ride. You should be so proud of yourself.
Jose Lenardi wants to be a monster truck driver.
Oh, and wow, we really hung on to that sheep all the way under the belly. That was a tough one and a tough kid.
George Sochning of Houston, Texas. 6-year-old George loves a sausage on a stick.
He wants to be a cowboy, and guess what? He is a cowboy. Welcome to the rodeo. You did a great job.
Now it's Luke Wingate of Cypress, Texas. Luke loves bull riders and wants to grow up to be a fisherman. Let's catch one.
Whoa, that was a really crazy sheep out there. Oh, hey. Protecting you, Andy.
Easy, Janie. Thank you for the help. I appreciate it. Now to Carter Wyrick. Carter, 5-year-old Houstonian.
Let's go, Carter! Wow, that was a hard one, too. This is going to be a tough one to judge. An amazing group of kids out here.
I mean, it is a wild card night. James Brian Reckling of Atlanta, Texas. Go, James!
And another future truck driver. Loves the barrel racing and the bronc riding. Love those rodeo kids.
To the Big D, Maggie Pride from Dallas, Texas. Go, Maggie, go!
Future horse trainer, but right now she's a sheep trainer. She just owned that ride. Good job. And we're waving to everybody. You're a star.
Now Ellie Shulin of Cypress, Texas. Get him, Ellie!
Loves the baby pigs, and I love those pink pants and fringe boots. You are amazing.
Final mutton buster to go. Colton Mealer of Houston, Texas. 5-year-old Colton. Another monster truck driver in the making.
Oh, man, and a tough kid. Great job. Tucked and rolled. That's impressive.
What a great mutton busting competition. The great thing about our mutton busters is when we do this, they get a prize. They not only get a back number with their name on it and the memory created because of what happened inside the arena, but each and every time we do this, we select one mutton buster that gets a special prize and a chat with Janie Johnson.
Oh, and congratulations, you're our winner. Hey, I want to know, what's your favorite part about the rodeo?
All the rides, and it's really fun, and yeah.
It is really fun, and it's even more fun when you're the winner. Hey, now that you're the winner, what are you gonna do next?
I'm gonna really have fun and go, and at school I'm gonna go to 4th grade and
That is awesome, and you're gonna have so much fun because Andrew from HEB is gonna give you that beautiful belt buckle. Show it to the camera. Owen is our champion in the mutton busting.
Way to go, buddy. Congratulations, and thank you to HEB for sponsoring the mutton busting.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in celebrating a group of 6 dedicated volunteers that have completed their terms serving as vice presidents, officers in charge for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. They are joined today by their families and the loved ones that have stood by them and supported them, along with our chairman of the board, Pat Mann Phillips, and president and CEO, Dr. Chris Bowman. They are here to present them with their spurs. We're going to begin with Justin Tankersley. Justin served as officer in charge over gatekeepers, Houston General Go Texan, medical and safety, mutton busting, rodeo merchandise, and scholarship administration. Justin wants to thank his wife, Kate, for her love and support, and congratulations to Justin Tankersley. Thank you for your service, Justin. Next is Lance Welch. During his term as officer in charge, he supported all breeds, commercial exhibits, grand entry parade, ranching and wildlife, Rodeo Houston sports medicine, steer auction, and trail rides. Lance would like to thank his wife, Nanette, for all her help and support. And let's thank him one more time as he received those spurs, Mr. Lance Welch. Thank you, Lance. God bless you. God bless you for what you've done. Next in line is Amy Coates Monteverde. Amy volunteered her time and served as officer in charge over breeder greeters, the feed store, livestock, poultry auction, and rabbits. She wants to thank her husband, JP, and her family for their love and support. And to you, Amy Coates Monteverde, thank you for your service and dedication. Congratulations on those spurs. Next up, we have Johnny Causey. He served as officer in charge over all horse show committees, totaling 11 overall committees. Countless hours of time have been donated to the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. He would like to thank his wife, Irma, for her support and encouragement, and a big shout out and thank you to Johnny Causey. Next, we welcome Amy Pinkham Miller. During her term as officer in charge, Amy supported agricultural education, school art, tours, Western art, wine events, and wine sales. She would like to thank her husband, Chris, for his consistent support. And congratulations to Amy Pinkham Miller. We thank you for your time and your service. God bless you, Amy. Thank you so much. Finally, we have David Stone. During David's term, he served over Area Go Texan East, Junior Commercial Steer Feeding and Management, Lamb and Goat Auction, Llama and Alpaca World Championship Barbecue. He will tell you he couldn't have done it without his wife, Charity, and his supportive family. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for retiring Vice President David Stone.
There are more than 36,000 people that volunteer for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. We want to thank this incredible officer class and their families for their time, their talents, and their leadership. Let's give them one more round of applause.
You know what? But while we're at it, we also want to take this time to thank our chairman of the board, Pat Man Phillips, and first Cowboy, Tim Phillips. Over the past 3 years, they have led our team of 36,000 volunteers with confidence and determination. Chairman Phillips became a member of the show in 2001, where she joined the Directions and Assistance Committee. She served as chairman of the Tours Committee from 2009 to 2011. She was appointed to the Board of Directors in 2013 and served as officer in charge from 2016 to 18 over the Communications and Special Services, Magazine, Ladies Go Texan, Souvenir Program, Special Children's, and Transportation Committees. She was appointed to the Executive Committee in 2020 and was named Chairman of the Board in 2024.
Here to present Pat Man Phillips with her outgoing Chairman of the Board back number is Chairman of the Board-elect Wesley Siner. Presenting Tim Phillips with a gift of appreciation is Wesley's wife, Cassie.
And Madam Chairman, to commemorate your 3 years of service, your Vice President would like to present you with a custom Rodeo Houston saddle. How cool is that?
Please join us in congratulating Pat Man Phillips as we thank you for your commitment to the volunteers in helping promote the mission of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
Look at the emotion in her eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, let's hear it for the chairman of the board, Pat Man Phillips, in this retiring class. Thank you for your years of service. Bless you, each and every one.
The fun doesn't stop after tonight's concert. Get your adrenaline rush or play some games at the carnival presented by First Community.